Very good morning, students. Now I am going to continue with the third chapter. Okay, my first topic is compound. So what are compounds? Compounds are the pure substances. Okay, compounds are the pure substances. Compounds are the pure substances which are made up of two or more different elements. Okay, suppose you are having one element A and one element B. So when two different elements are chemically combined together, okay, chemically combined together in a fixed ratio, ratio will be fixed. So when two different elements are combining together in a fixed ratio, that is called compound. Okay, the substance which is formed, that is called compound. Suppose one new substance is formed, element C. So this one is called compound. Okay, now the definition is compounds are the pure substances which made up of two or more different elements. Two or more different elements chemically combining together in a fixed ratio. Okay, chemically combined you have to write. Okay, why? That I am telling you. When two different elements are chemically combining together, they are losing their individual properties. They are losing their individual properties. Okay, and one new substance is formed which is having one new set of properties. Okay, I mean to say that the property of this A is different. Okay, all of you know the property of this B will be also different. Okay, so when this A and B are combining together, so one new substance C is formed. In this substance C, there is no property of this A and there is no property of this B. This is totally different properties. One substance is formed, that is called compound. Okay, very good example is that water. When hydrogen is combining with oxygen, it forms water. Okay, in this you can see two molecules of hydrogen and one molecule of oxygen. So the ratio is 2:1 by volume. So its ratio is fixed. Okay, we cannot change it. And in this chemical reaction, this hydrogen is losing their property, this oxygen is losing their property, and this new substance is formed which is having one new set of properties. In this compound, there is no property of hydrogen and there is no property of oxygen, which is totally different from these two. Okay, the properties of this compound is totally different from this hydrogen also and from this oxygen also. Okay, so when two different elements are chemically combining together in a fixed ratio, they form a substance that is called compound. One more example, carbon plus oxygen. Okay, they form carbon dioxide. Okay, ratio is carbon 1 molecule, oxygen 2 molecules. So 1:2 by volume. So when two different elements are combining together in a fixed ratio, they form a substance that is called compound. Okay, compound is a pure substance. Always remember it that in a compound, ratio will be fixed and they are chemically combining together. They are not physically combining together. We cannot take carbon in one hand and oxygen in another hand, and we cannot mix it physically. Okay, if we want to mix them, we have to use chemical method. So that is why the definition is compounds are the pure substance which is made up of two different elements, two or more different elements chemically combining together in a fixed ratio. Okay, now some important compounds are there. One is silver chloride. Okay, silver chloride is very useful in the photographic films. Okay, in the photographic film, this silver chloride compound is used. Okay, now compound of phosphorus, compounds of nitrogen and compound of potassium, they are very useful in making fertilizers. Fertilizers means all of you know, I think. Okay, fertilizers are used to grow the crops. Okay, so the compound of phosphorus, nitrogen and potassium are used as a fertilizer. fluoride. Okay, sodium fluoride is a very useful compound which is used in toothpaste for making our teeth strong. Okay, so these all are about compounds. Okay, some example of compounds which is given in table 3.2, which is given in table 3.2, that you have to write in the copy and you have to learn it. Okay, few example I am explaining you. First you have to write the compound's name. In the second one you have to write the constituent. And in the third one you have to write the formulas. Okay, so first one is carbon dioxide. You have, in this side you have to write the name carbon dioxide, and carbon dioxide is formed with carbon and oxygen. Okay, that you have to write here. Okay, constituent means which elements are present in this compound. So in carbon dioxide, you know, carbon and oxygen is present, so you have to write here carbon and oxygen, and the formula will be CO2. Okay, one more example, calcium oxide. Okay, calcium oxide. Okay, by the name only you can understand the constituent are calcium and oxygen. Oxide means oxygen, and formula is CaO. In this you can see calcium and oxygen are present. So likewise you have to learn this table 3.2. You have to learn the compound name, their constituent. Their constituent you can write it with the help of its formula. So just to write the compound's name and their constituents and formula, and you have to learn the whole table. Now my second topic is mixture. Okay, my second topic is mixture. What are mixture? In my previous video I explained you about mixtures also. Okay, about mixtures also I explained. So what do you mean by mixtures? So mixtures are the impure substances. See, main difference between compound and mixture. Mixtures are the impure substance, okay, which contain two or more kind of particles. Okay, two or more kind of particles means they can be element also. Okay, two different types of elements also, or one element, one compound also. Okay, when this element and this compound is mixed together, they form a substance that is called mixture. Do you know the main difference between these two? See, the first difference I told you just now, compounds are the pure substances, mixtures are the impure substances. Okay, second difference, in the case of compound, the elements are combining together chemically, but in the case of mixture, these two particles, okay, whether they can be element also, they can be two different compounds also, they can be one element, one compound also. Okay, so they can be mixed physically. Okay, they were mixing chemically. Okay, they can be mixed physically, and in the case of this compound, there should be fixed ratio. Okay, definite ratio, and in this indefinite ratio, ratios will not be fixed. Okay, so they are called mixtures. So the definition is, mixtures are the impure substances which contain two or more kinds of particles. Okay, the particles can be elements also, two different elements also, two different compounds also, or one element, one compound also. Okay, mixed together in any ratio. Okay, their ratios are not fixed. Mixed together physically in any ratio. So they are called mixtures. A mixture is formed when two or more substances are mixed such that their particles are in the intimate contact with one another without undergoing any chemical change. Okay, mixtures are the mixture of two substances. They are very closely dissolved with each other so that we cannot separate them. Okay, for example, you take one glass of water. In that you add some 1 teaspoonful of sugar. Okay, when you dissolve it, Okay, when you dissolve it, after dissolving, you will get the mixture like this. Sugar molecules will be dissolved completely in it. We cannot separate it now. Okay, physically we cannot separate it. Okay, from this water, are you able to separate sugar molecules? No, na? So physically we cannot separate it. So this one is called mixture. They are so closely contact with each other without undergoing any chemical change. Okay, in this no chemical change is going on. It is a physical change. Okay, because no new substance is formed. I think all of you remember physical change and chemical change. In chemical change, new substance is formed, but in this case, no new substance is formed. Okay, so that is why it is a physical change. Okay, so this is an example of mixture. Okay, so many examples are there. Lemon juice. Now all of you understood about the mixture, I think. Now all of you understand the meaning of this indefinite ratio in the mixture. Okay, for example, lemon juice. Okay, for this lemon juice you require 1 lemon, sugar, water and some amount of salt also. Okay, suppose you take 1 glass of water. In this you will add some lemon juice. Okay, but the lemon juice amount is not fixed. You can add 1 tablespoonful of lemon juice also, or you can add half tablespoonful of lemon juice also. Okay, the amount is not fixed. Sugar also you will add. Okay, it is up to you that you can add 1 teaspoonful of sugar also, or you can add 2 spoonful of sugar also. Okay, water also, it is up to you. Okay, the amount is not fixed. Okay, for in the case of salt also amount is not fixed. So that is why it is said that in the mixture the substances are mixed in any ratio. Okay, the ratio is not definite, indefinite ratio. Okay, the ratio is indefinite. So this is the main example of mixture. Okay, so many other examples are also there. Okay, for example, air. In air also, I think all of you know that air is a mixture of so many types of gases. So many types of gases, but the gases amounts are not fixed. Okay, in the village area, the amount of carbon dioxide will be less. Okay, and in the town area, the amount of carbon dioxide will be more. So in the air also, the ratio is not fixed. So that is why air is also coming under the category of mixture. So many other examples are also there. Okay, honey is an example of mixture. Milk is an example of mixture. Toothpaste is an example of mixture. Okay, sugar water or salt water is an example of mixture. So I hope all of you understood about the compounds and the mixture. So the main difference between compounds and the mixture, all of you listen very carefully. First difference, compound is a pure substance, mixture is a impure substance. Second one, a compound involves a chemical reaction. Okay, a compounds involve a chemical reactions between two elements, but a mixture is formed only by the physical combination. Okay, by the physical combination. Okay, third one, the substances are combining in a fixed ratio, but in the case of mixture, the substances are combining in any ratio. The ratio is not fixed. Okay, next one, the properties of compounds are totally different. Okay, the properties of compound, the property of this compound is totally different from its constituent. Okay, the constituent, with the help of this constituent only this compound is made, but the property of this compound is totally different from its constituent. But in the case of this mixture, the properties of the components are retained. They are not losing their properties. Okay, they are not losing their property. When you add sugar in the water, then also sugar is not losing its property. The water becomes sweet. So it means that the sugar is not losing its property. Okay, lemon is also, when you add lemon in the water becomes sour. It means that the lemon is also not losing its property. So in the case of mixture, the properties of the constituents are same. Okay. Next difference, compounds cannot be broken down to their individual component through physical means. Okay. From this water we cannot separate hydrogen and oxygen physically. Okay, physically we cannot separate it, but chemically we can. Okay, but in the case of mixture can be separated into their individual components through physical means. Okay, from this sugar water we can separate sugar and water again. Okay, by physical means. Okay, by physical means we can separate it. Okay, so many methods are there. Okay, next one, examples of this compounds are water, dust and carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, silver chloride. So many examples are there. And examples of this mixtures are honey, milk, toothpaste, sugar water, lemon juice. Okay, so these are the examples of mixture. So I hope all of you understood about the compound and the mixture. Thank you so much.